Hello, good morning, good afternoon. It's currently like 1 something in the morning, and I just, I had to get up because I had this great idea to film the 9th edition of the double feature. So, welcome to the double feature. It's my show. I'm Debt Free Dave, and I'm from the Personal Finance Friends channel. And you know what? We're gonna kick this thing off right. It's mine. Yes, I'm sorry if I offended anybody, but I thought that was funny. So today we're going to talk about a great topic. We're going to talk about tips to saving money. And no, before we continue on this video, this is not one of those, oh, you got to save 15%. Sir, have you not been saving your 15% of your paycheck? No. Well, we banish it. No, it's not like that kind of thing, okay? It's not like I'm going to say, hey, save 10% or 20% or whatever. There's no rules, regulations, obligation. No, there's none of that, okay? That's not how we work on this channel. We give you these raw, uncut videos. We give you our opinions, and you know what? You don't got to follow them, but we want to give you some advice because we're your friends. And you know what? I've made a lot of friends on this channel, and everyone who watches is my friend. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling, and we're just going to get to the content. Here we go. So, tips to saving money. We're going to start. Tip number 1, park your savings in a different bank. Now, the reason why I say this is because you want to have as much friction, more friction, as possible when you are trying to save money. By that I mean, if you have a checking account in bank X and a savings account in bank X right here, okay? You put money into the savings account, it's still in bank X, okay? So you're going to have some problems where you're going to get to like the second week of the pay period and you're going to be like, oh man, I'm out of money in my checking account. Well, I got money in the savings account. Let me just transfer some up here and let me just buy that cheeseburger that I've also wanted so bad. Yes. No, you don't want to do that, okay? That's just the worst thing you can do, and no. So the reason I say park your savings in a different bank to bank Y over here is because then you have this 1 to 3 day, I don't know what to call it, delay, time period of you have to critically think over your decision of why you're going to spend that money. And then the best part is, right, you have the 1 to 3 days where you're just like, man, I really do not need to spend that money. You talk yourself out of it because we all have this tendency, even me, I'm horrible at it. I just want an impulse. I just got to buy. I just got to, spend that money. I got to buy it or whatever. And so keeping that in mind, we're going to roll on to the second point here, which is super important. It's going to be changing your mindset, okay? And when you change your mindset, you become more driven. Here's what I'm going to explain, okay? So, we all want to save money, right? We all do. I'm going to keep it real. I want to save money. You want to save money. Everybody does. Everybody talks about it. Everybody says we can do it. But here's the thing. We can't unless we first address here. When we first address here, mind over matter takes over, okay? And then you become unstoppable. When you declare something up here, a good professor of mine at my institution once said, in order to make something happen, you just have to declare that you're going to do it. You have to declare it, you have to commit and just say, I'm declaring that I'm going to do, goal X or whatever, goal Y. It doesn't matter. And so to change your mindset, you need to tell yourself, okay, you know what, Dave? Your spending is out of control. You can't stop shopping at the grocery store because they got sales. Okay, that's not the point. But you got to just say, you know what? Today I'm going to change my mindset, and you know what? I'm going to go after it. And if you watch the 8th edition, which I encourage you to go watch, the 8th edition of the double feature, we talk about having a purpose for your money, as Fonz would say, your money. And you know what? If you have a purpose for your money, and then you have a different mindset, you can enact that plan. Remember in the 8th edition, we talked about having a plan. You have to have a plan for your money. You enact that plan, and bam, it works. You're in it, you're winning. It's that simple. So in order to change your mindset, I have a great exercise. We're going to talk about point 3. You have to utilize the hide account feature on your savings or on your bank account or whatever, if it's applicable. Now, an exercise that I did to change my mindset, and by the way, changing your mindset does not happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight, I'm going to guarantee you that. It's going to take at least a month or 2. I'm telling you, you got to do something, you got to have a mindset, or you have to do something 27 times for it to become a lifestyle. So, you use the hide account feature, and in one of my institutions, the hide account feature is great because then it hides the transfer, it hides the account off the transfer list, it hides the account off the transaction history, it hides the account, and it's like it didn't exist. And so that makes it great because then you have what's called less temptation, right? Yeah, so the account doesn't exist. But what's great is, so here's the thing, okay? Here's what changed my world when I first tried to change my mindset. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to hide the savings account in Bank Y. I use Bank X. My direct deposit comes into Bank X, but I have this account in Bank Y that I'm going to hide and pretend it doesn't exist. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a certain amount of cash out, depending on your budget, because your budget will dictate everything. And if you watch the first edition, we talk about why you need to budget, and then we talk about in the second edition, I believe, 5 reasons why. I think it's 5 reasons why people break budget. I don't know. We're on the 9th edition, and that just go watch the videos, okay? But anyways, you take out a certain number of cash. Let's say an arbitrary number like $200. You take out $200 and you throw it into this other savings account in Bank Y, and it's hidden. You don't even know it's there. It doesn't come up on anything. But then you don't ask for a receipt. You don't question how much is in there. You just don't want to know. Okay? You just don't want to know. And let me tell you, it changes your mindset because then you do this for 4 or 5 months. You're going to accumulate some money in there. So there's some Munty funds, some Munty, and then you're going to really think, oh man, I really can save money. And then you're going to get this feeling of control. Everybody yearns for this feeling of control, especially people who have a strong internal locus of control as organizational behavior is concerned. You yearn for this to please your locus of control. And people like me with an internal one want to know that I'm in control of my finances. And I made a video that just went up not too long ago about what happens when you live a life without payments. You gain financial control, right? So it's all about control. Anyways, so then you gain that control, and then you're like, oh man, I can actually save money. And then it's like, all right, I don't need to hide that account. I'm maturing, not that you were immature, but you're maturing financially. You have to grow up into the adult person that you need to be financially, okay? So then you're like, okay, I can save money, no problem. Bam. Those are some quick tips. Well, not really quick because that kind of took a while to explain them, but some tips of saving money. And you know what? That's going to do it for this video. I'm back with my artwork again. I think it's a signature piece of the double feature, and I might, try to keep doing some artwork. But I need you guys to go on Facebook, like us, like this video, with the thumbs up icon, and then share it. Yeah, you're going to share it with your best friend, your BFF. Because I'm your PFF, I'm not your GFF or your BFF, I'm your PFF. Share it with the BFF and GFF or whatever FF you got. And, you say, yo, PFFs, man, and they're great. And then they say, thanks, you really, like my finances. I don't know, just say something, it'd be great. And then you want to subscribe, get that laptop out, go on, click that, go on your YouTube account, click that subscribe button on our YouTube account, and then while you're on your computer, I want you to go, you see this little Tweety bird right here, go on Twitter, go on Instagram, follow us at YoPFFs, and you know what, I almost forgot, because this is going to become my signature thing on the double feature. You gotta ring the bell, so you get notifications about videos coming up, because we try to post daily, okay? Trying to give you money tips, money advice, financial advice through your mobile device, financial tips right at your fingertips every day. Again, I'm not a rapper, but that's cool. That's going to do it for this video. thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you do all these instructions at the bottom here, okay? Because we need you. We need your support, people. We need some friends. And then, we'll see you in the next one.